Hello, hello, hello everyone, and welcome to our 2022 most anticipated list video. We haven't made a video like this in 2 years because, well, you know, not a whole lot to be excited about. But now that COVID is over, we are back at the movies.
You have to get past the Avengers and Marvel shit at some point, okay? Other people make movies.
Cinema is being saved by films that are owned by Disney because Disney is monopolizing the movie industry. Totally not scary at all, by the way. So now we have pictures to be excited about again. I think it's important to make lists like this because in the world we live in now, where we look at the box office every week and we see the top movies being dominated by pre-existing IP, whether that is in the form of sequels, remakes, or soft reboots, in a world where the amount of people in the industry crying out that the middle tier budget film doesn't get made anymore, that either the budget is $1 million or it's a $200 million movie and rarely in between, that original films don't get made anymore, or at least the scale that they used to, unless your name is Christopher Nolan or Quentin Tarantino. In a landscape where films are made in a computer more often than they are being made in front of the camera, the world of movies is in a pretty dark place.
Let me guess, his gun is CG.
Yep.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, he's holding a stick with tape on it. He's not even in the room.
So what we're going to provide to you here is an overdose of copium, a certified injection of black tar heroin in the form of learning about the potential that this year has to offer. Before we get into the list, I think it's paramount more than ever to really let you know how hard it was to make this list. There are so many movies that are interesting that are coming out this year, even the ones that we know are going to be bad.
Get down!
These are a few movies that are honorable mentions that I cannot wait to watch this year. A lot of them look just ridiculous, and I can't wait to see them on the biggest screen possible with some popcorn and soda. First is the new Michael Bay film, Ambulance. This shit looks ridiculous, and I can't wait to see the boom boom explosions. Let's go. Next is Moonfall. Man, destruction porn is going to look so nice this year, I can't even. Five Cream is the earliest film this year, which I can't wait to see. It comes out literally this week if this video is released this week.
Don't you people judge me?
And I can't wait to see what Ghostface does to Sydney this time around. Also, I know I hate the newer ones, but The Lost World Jurassic Park again is coming out, and dinosaurs are going to look so good in theaters yet again. Wow, a brand new Jurassic Park trilogy, except they are all considerably worse. At least dinosaurs are cool, I guess. No, the next Halloween isn't on my list. Those movies are god-awful. I have lost hope. Evil didn't die tonight.
Evil dies tonight!
Evil dies tonight!
We have watched your department fail. Fail tonight! Evil dies tonight!
Fun!
Yeah.
We have two Pinocchio films coming out. One is a Disney live-action remake starring Tom Hanks, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Keegan-Michael Key, and Cynthia Erivo, directed by Robert Zemeckis, which is going to be bad because Robert Zemeckis hasn't made a good movie in I don't know how long. It's been a minute. And we have a dark animated reimagining by Guillermo del Toro starring Cate Blanchett, Ron Perlman, Tilda Swinton, Christoph Waltz, Ewan McGregor, and so on and so forth. You get it. One of them has a better cast, and the other one is probably going to end up being React content for this channel.
They made an entire... What was the point of Hakuna Matata? That was the point. Ah!
We've got two Tom Cruise action movies with real stunts and set pieces in Mission Impossible 7 and Top Gun Maverick. We've also got a new Baz Luhrmann film about Elvis Presley, which I'm actually excited about because considering all of the bland slop we're gonna get this year and every single year, hopefully Luhrmann will give us a visual spectacle like he's done many times before. We've got new films from Daniels, Taika Waititi, the Russo brothers, Zach Braff, Sebastian Lelio, David O. Russell, Pedro Almodovar, Steven Spielberg, George Miller, and women too. Women make movies too. You might not know that from this video, but women do make movies. And none of these films are on our list. Well, mine anyway. We're getting films directed by actors like Jamie Foxx, Michael B. Jordan, Jesse Eisenberg, Steve Buscemi, and the sophomore film by Olivia Wilde. We're even getting new films by titans of action filmmaking in David Leitch and Gareth Evans, the director of The Raid and The Raid 2. His movie would be on the list without question if it was The Raid 3. Where is The Raid 3, Gareth?
Idiots!
And finally, there are films that I wanted desperately to put on my list, but my list is so full that I couldn't justify adding them, like the new film by Ruben Östlund, the director of Force Majeure, or the new film by the guy who made Borg vs. McEnroe, which is one of the best sports movies I've ever seen. I'm also sad that I couldn't put Knives Out 2, the new Henry Selick film co-written by Jordan Peele and starring Key and Peele, and the Ana de Armas Marilyn Monroe project directed by Andrew Dominic that was on my list like 4 years ago. Jesus Christ, why isn't this movie out yet? I've been waiting for so long. Her other project with Ben Affleck and Adrian Lyne is apparently done, and Disney is just not releasing it for some reason. And the final film I'm upset I couldn't put on my list is the new Peter Pan film directed by David Lowery, who you may know from The Green Knight and A Ghost Story. He did the Peach Dragon live action remake like 5 or 6 years ago, and it's the only good live action remake that Disney has made thus far. So here we go. Number 16. Yeah, number 16 is...
The last time we talked, didn't you say you wanted to kill me? For the new year, Playboy.
We're starting off with Avatar 2. Yeah, that's right, Avatar 2. I'm not trolling. But you gotta understand, Avatar wasn't good, okay? It's just the last of the Mohicans, but with a lot of CGI. Didn't you just rant about movies being made in a computer? Yeah, bitch. But this is the first film in 12 years by James motherfucking Cameron, brother, okay? This is the director of Titanic, The Abyss, and two of arguably the best sequels in the history of blockbuster filmmaking in Terminator 2 and Aliens. He is literally the king of sequels. Undefeated, 1,000% batting average in sequel filmmaking, and you're gonna look at me right in my nose and you want me to doubt this man? He's been making this and 400 other sequels for over a decade, and you can bet your sweet ass these Puerto Rican cheeks are going to be sitting in a movie theater opening weekend, and I'm gonna watch the shit out of Avatar 2. Are you kidding me? This movie's gonna rule, even if it's bad. It's James Cameron, okay? Kimi is the 35th film directed by Steven Soderbergh. I've only seen 16 of his films, but all of them, even the not so good ones, have been interesting on some level that make them memorable. He also edits, produces, self-finances, sometimes writes the screenplay, and since 2000 has also been the director of photography on all of his films. He's a badass. The fact that he's under 60 and made 35 feature films and still does all of this effort with every film will always impress me, so every year if he has a film coming out, it's going to be on my list. Rewatch Ocean's 11 if you haven't recently and tell me I'm wrong for being excited for every time he drops something.
This swab was delicious.
Sorry we bothered you. Look, we all go way back, and I owe you from the thing with the guy in the place, and I'll never forget it.
Now, I'm fully expecting this to be at the top of Glenn's list, but it's not at the top of mine. But I'm so excited for the Batman, are you kidding? Robert Pattinson is becoming one of the most impressive actors of this generation, from his come up through the indies after Twilight, culminating in 3 incredible performances in The King, Good Time, and The Lighthouse, which should have gotten a lot more attention than it did.
If I had a steak, I would fuck it.
Zoe Kravitz is finally being allowed to play Catwoman after losing the role 10 years ago because apparently she was too urban for the role, whatever that means. And the rest of the cast is so well selected. I'm mostly eager to see how Paul Dano is going to do because he's been doing consistently great work for over a decade, but he hasn't gotten the attention he deserves since like Prisoners. I am excited for Greg Fraser's cinematography. Listen to his episode on Roger Deakins' podcast, Team Deakins. It's actually great, and the movie looks pretty cool so far. But the one thing that's keeping me from having this higher on my list is that although I'm excited for the first solo Batman film in 10 years, I haven't been impressed with every single film by Matt Reeves. I've been impressed with some aspects of his movies, especially the visuals, but never the full package. Also, that scene where he beats up that guy to a pulp looks cool, but I'm worried that this will be another Batman film where Batman is a murderer, and I don't want that again under any circumstances whatsoever. He murders in every single movie, and I think it's stupid. Watch our Batman vs. Superman video. We explain in annoying amounts of detail why Batman killing is dumb. Whatever. I'll shut up. I ruin everything. I do. Ugh, what an outlook on life you must have. You must live a miserable existence. Yeah, well, maybe. Eternal Daughter is the latest film written and directed by Joanna Hogg. Now, if you've been paying attention, you guys know I'm extremely high on Joanna Hogg. I really liked Unrelated, but I mostly love her 2 Souvenir films, especially the second one, which came out a few months ago. I thought it was great. Also, we got a lot more Tilda Swinton that time around, which was great, but now we're getting even more Tilda Swinton because she's also starring in this movie. Tilda Swinton is truly one of the best living actors, and she, more than pretty much every other actor, disappears into her roles. As a vehicle for her to shine, this is already intriguing on that premise alone. If you want to see one of our best living actors work, then you should be excited for Eternal Daughter.
Seeing you climb into that rubber bat suit from Batman and Robin, the one with the nipples, every morning under your costume, on the set, off the set, hanging upside down at lunch, you rock, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you!
White Noise is the 13th film written and directed by Noah Baumbach, the director of Squid and the Whale, Greenberg, Francis Ha, The Meyerowitz Stories, and most recently, Marriage Story, which is one of my favorite films of 2019. This is another vehicle for Adam Driver, supported by Raffi Cassidy, Don Cheadle, and Jodie Turner-Smith, who you may know from Queen and Slim. I'm sure this is going to be a good movie. Noah Baumbach has been pretty consistent recently, but this is the first time in a couple of pictures that he isn't working with cinematographer Robbie Ryan, who has done his last 2 films, and also my favorite film of 2021, Come On, Come On. He is instead working with Lowell Crowley, who shot Vox Lux, The Devil All the Time, The Humans, and 45 Years, which is an incredible film you all should see. So yeah, I can't wait. You may be surprised that I have The Northman this low on my list, considering the fact that it's written and directed by Robert Eggers, the genius behind The Lighthouse, but that's just a testament to how stacked this list is, baby, because look at this fucking trailer. Oh my god, this is so cool. This shot is cool. This shot is cool. Look at how he caught that and threw it back. Watch it again. Hell yeah, brother. Are you kidding me? This cast is stacked. This movie is going to rule. The only thing that has me worried, though, is that in Robert Eggers' previous 2 films, he's made a point about having the most period accurate dialogue possible, and here for some reason we just have plain old modern English, which is a weird criticism to levy at a film, but this is a Robert Eggers film we're talking about. Maybe we just saw the most digestible forms of dialogue in the trailer. Maybe it's a little bit more period accurate or whatever, or maybe it's not. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I can't wait for April. This movie's gonna rule. Nope is the 3rd feature film written and directed by Jordan Peele, who I'm sure you're all very familiar with. Get Out changed the horror genre and revitalized the implementation of social justice narratives in horror movies, but overall, I was not a fan of it. And Us, on the other hand, is a really great film with some minor tone issues, and Lupita Nyong'o should have been nominated that year, but I guess a black woman playing 2 characters was just too scary for the old members of the Academy or whatever. I know nothing about Nope, and honestly, I don't want to know. I'm gonna watch the film regardless, and you can bet your ass it's gonna spark a lot of discussion.
This shit is probably out by now, to be honest, but I cannot wait to return to the show. It has literally been so long and I love these characters so much. Jules' life. What the hell is going to happen now? I'm gonna watch this with my lady, hopefully. We kind of bonded at first with the first season, so this show will always hold a special place in my heart. Thanks Zendaya. Thanks A24. Thanks Drake, even though you were grooming Millie Bobby Brown.
Great, he's wonderful. I love him. What's his advice with boys? You know, that stays in the text messages.
Poor Things is the latest film by Yorgos Lanthimos. He is without a doubt, in my mind, one of the best living directors. He's the director of Dogtooth, The Lobster, The Killing of a Sacred Deer, and The Favorite, which was one of my favorite films of 2018, and won Olivia Colman her Oscar. The only reason why Poor Things is not higher on my list is because by the looks of the synopsis on IMDb, he's returning to the Victorian era again, but it's apparently a sci-fi film, so I guess it'll be different. But at this stage in a film's production, the IMDb page will change like a million times. I've been wrong before. I've literally in one of these videos said that a movie was going to be one thing, and then it turned out to like sort of be about that, but it wasn't at all. Whatever. Anyway, Willem Dafoe, Emma Stone, Mark Ruffalo, Margaret Qualley, Gerard Carmichael, Rami Youssef, and Christopher Abbott are in this film, so the cast is stacked. I have no doubt in my mind that this will be one of the best movies of the year, so keep your eyes out for Poor Things. It's going to be cool. It'll probably be in a bunch of festivals too, because it's Yorgos Lanthimos, so.
Scorsese? What the cinema? Scorsese and DiCaprio? Literally, let's go. Love this combo, and this will 100% not disappoint. The cast is looking a little #Oscars so white though, so we'll see. Hopefully it won't make me want to go to sleep like The Irishman, but I doubt it. Leo movies don't really make me want to go to bed, so that's cool. We will see.
Asteroid City is the 11th film written and directed by Wes Anderson. I would tell you about all the films he's made, but you're already familiar, or you should be. His last film, The French Dispatch, was a breath of fresh air in the climate of films shot in front of a green screen with medium close-ups and shot reverse shot. Even though Wes Anderson has a very consistent style, he rarely changes in a dramatic way. It's always nice to see a real movie every once in a while. Asteroid City is a rom-com starring every single white person you can think of minus Jeffrey Wright, and the first Asian person to be in a Wes Anderson film, Scarlett Johansson. But in all seriousness, I'm excited to see what Tom Hanks, Margot Robbie, Hope Davis, and Maya Hawke are going to be able to do in a Wes Anderson film, because in his movies there is a very distinct acting style. If you're not excited for whatever this try-hard weirdo comes out with in a new picture, you need to stop smoking crack.
This movie was spoiled online, but I have no idea what the spoilers say because I've not seen any yet. Probably will soon though, and I'll probably want to drink bleach. Anyway, I can't wait to see Sam Raimi direct this. It's gonna be so cool, hopefully. I hope he brings his quirkiness to the MCU. The trailer at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home was kind of mid, but it was only a teaser, so it's okay. I expect the movie to be super cool.
The Killer is the 12th film by David Fincher. His filmography also speaks for itself. I personally think that Mank is Fincher's weakest film since Alien 3. Besides the fact that it was a deviation in the genre that David Fincher typically engages in, the apparent Oscar-winning cinematography and production design was so subpar in comparison to everything else he's done. I still haven't rewatched it, but I'm going to take my time doing so. The Killer, on the other hand, is a return to the crime genre, and it stars Michael Fassbender and Tilda Swinton, so I'm very excited. Michael Fassbender has not been in a great movie in a long time, and like I've said many times already, it's always great to see Tilda Swinton. David Fincher has never worked with Fassbender before, and he hasn't worked with Tilda Swinton since The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, so there's a lot to be excited about. If Mank was the start of the decline of David Fincher, I'm gonna be very upset, but hopefully it's not.
I wish I could go into a superhero movie and not know what is going to happen. This shit was already spoiled online, and it is so annoying.
Allegedly!
But honestly, the Zack Snyderverse is bad, so it's good that they're gonna get rid of it.
Allegedly!
Kind of annoying that they are getting rid of the big three and just replacing them with female versions of themselves though.
Allegedly!
But whatever, nothing can be as bad as BVS. Let's see what will happen. Flash is cool, but Ezra Miller is problematic.
Allegedly! Allegedly! That's ignorant!
Bones and All is the second collaboration between Timothée Chalamet and Italian director Luca Guadagnino, the director of I Am Love, A Bigger Splash, Call Me By Your Name, and the 2018 remake of Suspiria and the HBO series We Are Who We Are, which if you saw our 2020 video, you would know I absolutely adored that show. Based on the synopsis on IMDb, Taylor Russell is the lead actor, and I'm really excited for that because I loved her performance in Waves and that whole movie, so I can't wait to see this.
And I had that sick feeling in my stomach. I don't know what happened. I kind of just froze.
Bones and All also stars Michael Stuhlbarg, Mark Rylance, Chloe Sevigny, Andre Holland, Jessica Harper from Dario Argento's Suspiria, and David Gordon Green for some reason. Ooh, that just reminded me Halloween Ends is coming out, and it's on my birthday week. I just want David Gordon Green to stop making these Halloween movies. I want him to not make that Exorcist movie that's apparently coming out next year. I don't want it. I do not want it. Ugh, I just want this to end. Anyway, I can't wait for what else Luca Guadagnino has to add to the table in the horror genre, because apparently this is a horror movie and Suspiria was really great. You should all see Suspiria if you like limbs going where they shouldn't be.
This movie isn't even 100% confirmed to come out this year yet. It is said on IMDb that it is, but it is not listed on Wikipedia as being confirmed to be released in 2022. I guess we will see, but the original was kind of a surprise for me. Ana de Armas is amazing and a babe, and although she is not in this one, I'm excited to see what the new cast can do. In Knives Out 3, they should bring back everyone to solve this super crazy mystery. Rian Johnson always does good things. Always.
What were the overheard words by the Nazi child masturbating in the bathroom?
Babylon is the latest film written and directed by Damien Chazelle. This man is the genius behind Whiplash, La La Land, and First Man, what I'm coining the Obsession trilogy. I think all three films are as close as you can get to perfect movies, and I think they're all equally incredible. I find them interesting to watch as a trilogy because they're all about characters who are obsessed with doing something, but they all have different tones and wildly different aesthetics. Chazelle is returning to Hollywood as his setting, but this is also the second period piece in a row, and the cast is stacked. Tobey Maguire, Brad Pitt, Olivia Wilde, Margot Robbie, Catherine Waterston, Jean Smart, Eric Roberts, Jeff Garlin, Max Minghella, Lucas Haas, Spike Jonze, and Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers. That was really exhausting to say, there's so many people in this movie. If Damien Chazelle manages to make a bad or underwhelming picture, I'll be very shocked. This man is very good at making movies.
Creed 1 was incredible. Creed II was pretty good, so hopefully Creed III is also pretty good. Michael B. Jordan is making his directorial debut with this movie, so I hope he does a good job, because if not, you already know the racist white Rocky fans are going to bully him into submission. Glad he can stand on his own though without Rocky. What if Rocky comes back from the dead? That would be so funny. Anyway, can't wait.
Killers of the Flower Moon is the 38th film by Martin Scorsese, spanning over the course of 55 years. Martin Scorsese is another director that I do not need to fill you in on, but I think it's worth saying that considering the fact that, again, this guy has been making movies for over half a century, we're not going to be getting many Martin Scorsese movies in our future. We've gotten most of the films he's ever going to make, and every time he makes something, we should all be rushing to see what else he has to say. Speaking of things he has to say, everything he said about streaming and Marvel is correct. Okay, he was right, he was right, he was right, and he will continue to be right. This man has seen more movies than any of us combined, so
Fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck, 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 fuck.
I think he knows that he doesn't have a whole lot of time left to make movies because he is not wasting any time, because in 2023 he is dropping a Teddy Roosevelt biopic starring Leonardo DiCaprio, so that's cool. What else makes me so incredibly excited about Killers of the Flower Moon is that this is Scorsese's first Western, but also two of his most frequent collaborators in front of the camera, Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio, are both in this movie for the first time. They've done movies together, like This Boy's Life and Marvin's Room. No, not Marvin's Room, Marvin's Room. But this is the first time they've done a Scorsese film together, so it's all very, very exciting. You can't talk about Martin Scorsese without talking about Thelma Schoonmaker, who has been his longtime editor, and she rules, and her editing rules, and she's one of the best editors of all time. And if anything, if you're like, oh, another old white man making a movie, how about you look at the editing of a woman who's been editing movies for over 40 years. She is incredible. I mean, look at this cast too. This movie's gonna be cool, probably very long, but it's gonna be cool and I cannot wait.
I literally have no idea what this movie is about, but Jordan Peele is 2 for 2 right now, kind of. So I'm hopeful that this movie will be pretty great. Keke Palmer is low-key a babe, and Daniel Kaluuya is kind of a good actor, so I can't wait. This movie will probably be about more Black American subtext, but we will see.
Like, it's incredible. My mom met my dad, they had sex. It's amazing. Like, do you understand? I'm here. You know what I mean? So...
Disappointment Boulevard is the third feature-length picture from Ari Aster, the director of Hereditary and Midsommar, or Midsommar, I don't care. I've made it no secret that I think really highly of those movies and this director, and I'm giddy at the prospect of Ari Aster devastating me once again. The thing that makes me the most excited is the cast, which includes Amy Ryan, Parker Posey, Michael Gandolfini, Nathan Lane, Stephen McKinley Henderson, that one guy from the opening of Inglourious Basterds, and Joaquin Phoenix, who I'm assuming is in the lead role. I don't care who the lead is, I'm hyped regardless. Ari Aster is working with the same cinematographer and editor that he's worked with for his previous 2 films, and he's brought on the Oscar-nominated production designer of The Favorite, who lost to Black Panther that one time for some stupid reason. I'm excited for people to wildly misinterpret this movie like they did with Midsommar. Should be a ton of fun discourse.
Daddy Chazelle returns, and I hope I like this movie more than First Man. I liked First Man. It's a good movie, but it did not recapture the same feelings I felt while watching La La Land or even Whiplash. Margot Robbie and Brad Pitt are in this, so hopefully I'll like it. They are both dolls.
My second most anticipated film of the year is not a film, it's a television show. That's right, Euphoria Season 2 is going to rock my world. As you know, the first season of Euphoria became my personality for like 6 months straight. I saw it 3 times within the first month of its release. I just rewatched the Jules COVID episode, and I still think it's the best thing that they've ever done in the series. I love this show and these characters so much. Zendaya deserved that Emmy, and Hunter Schafer deserves a million Emmys. I can't wait to see where these characters go next. I can't wait to see the new ways the aesthetics are elevated with the lighting and scene transitions and the extended oneers that will blow my mind. Oh, and the needle drops. So many needle drops. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. By the time that this video is out, we should have 1 or 2 episodes of season 2 out already, so hopefully it starts off right.
Into the Spider-Verse changed my life forever. It was a movie I feel that actually brought me back to my childhood and made me believe that I could be Spider-Man by seeing myself on screen as Miles. I feel so many emotions when I watch that film. It's inspiring, funny, and overall just so personal. I don't know if the sequel will be able to recapture what I felt when I first saw the original, but I do have hope that it can. The animation is always so crisp, and it'll be such a treat to my eye to check it out. Spider-Man is fucking awesome. Bro, next year, Spider-Man 2 on PS5 also? Spider-Man fans are eating right now, I swear.
And my number 1 most anticipated film of the year is The Whale by Darren Aronofsky. Darren Aronofsky is my favorite director, and he's also directed my favorite film of all time, Requiem for a Dream. Every Darren Aronofsky film is an absolute banger, from the lo-fi mindfuck in Pi, the best movie ever made, to a time-traveling trip of existentialism in The Fountain, to a duet of uncompromised passion in The Wrestler and Black Swan. They, like Damien Chazelle's Obsession trilogy, are about the same thing, with a similar structure but with completely different tones. I've never finished Noah, it's whatever though, and Mother is one of the best films of 2017. It's either number 2 or number 1 depending on the day, and I'm so excited. After 5 shit-ass years, we're gonna be blessed with another Aronofsky banger. From the looks at the synopsis, it sounds very similar to The Wrestler, but that's fine with me. There are so many of his pictures that have plot similarities, but instead of Mickey Rourke being in the washed-up actor redemption into prestige role, it's Brendan Fraser, dude. Samantha Morton, Sadie Sink, and Hong Chow are also in the cast, so it's gonna be cool and well acted. I worked with someone recently who just got off from working on The Whale, and she seemed pretty excited about it, so I'm really excited. If Aronofsky misses here, I'm gonna be really depressed for a long time. Hey, 2022, I swear to God, if any of these movies suck, you know what I'm gonna do? Well, nothing. I'm just gonna love the movies that I don't even know about yet. That'll get me through season 3 of this pandemic.
And my number 1 most anticipated movie is...
The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance. If this movie is bad, I swear to God I'm going to... But anyway, everything released so far from this movie regarding trailers and promotional art is making this look out to be the perfect Batman film. It looks so sleek and personal. Robert Pattinson looks like the Batman/Bruce Wayne we deserve. It is honestly so astounding. Batman has always been my favorite superhero, and I need him to be treated right, please, Daddy Reeves. I have faith that this will be a movie for the ages. We will see soon as it comes out in early March. Holy shit, that's so close. I'm so excited. I haven't actually been this hyped for a film in so long. Let's fucking go. I feel like Soups on TikTok. This is my Spider-Man No Way Home.
And that's it. All the movies. We did all the movies. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you agree or disagree, tell us in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share with your friends. Do all the things. Our next video is returning to the world of Disney, and then we've got some Batman slop ready for you. So yeah, okay, bye-bye.
You have to get past the Avengers and Marvel shit at some point, okay? Other people make movies.